I really think you should write, but in the meantime, will you shut the f*** up and stay my line?
Welcome to Puck Around and Pod Out, featuring the Mullet, the Little Monster, and Mr. Mustang.
We can, like, are we calling him William? Are we calling him Bill?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, Kiefer, you got to go,
Yeah.
Mr. Macy. What would you like to be titled, or however you want to do it? Because I think it's Bill. He's 76 years old, man. He deserves that respect.
I know.
What?
Crazy.
Here's the thing that I'm going to say to him. I'm going to be like,
You're
I don't
76
know.
years old. Why do you look so good?
No. Like,
Like,
does he even know who we are or what this is? Because
yeah.
I'm
That's a great
nervous
question.
that he thinks
Yeah.
this might be like a financial show and that we're like smart people or something.
Well, I think
Do you guys
3
see my
seconds
Woody
into
Creek
that.
distillery bottle?
You'll do a lot to
3 seconds into that.
ward him away from
Where'd
that.
you get the Woody Creek?
Kiefer, we got that as a gift. Why didn't Johnny get one?
They said you two only.
But for real, though, what was it?
I thought everybody got one.
Did
We
I
were
get
on
one?
set and Marcy gave
Yeah, it
it
was
to
on
us.
set, Johnny. You should have got one.
Oh, you know what? I left it on set, I think, maybe. Maybe it's in the back room.
That's why I have 2 bottles here. I couldn't figure out why I took an extra.
Congrats. It's all right. I'll just, let me see. The Pappy 15 or the Rip. Or,
Guys, this is our
I'll find
first
something.
ever movie star.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. I do not know what to ask. I don't know where this is going. We're so far out of our comfort zone here, fellas.
Well, this is, yeah. I wrote down questions for the first time.
Yeah, me too.
I did too. I mean, I'm going to be like, you were good in Seabiscuit. You were also good at Bobby.
You know
And-
you know that Saturday Night Live skit with Chris Farley when like Paul McCartney comes on and he's like,
Yeah.
remember when you were in the Beatles?
That
That
it's
was awesome.
It's just like Carl Creef. He goes, "Do you remember when you did the movie and that was awesome?"
Yeah. Yeah. That's the Chris Farley skit.
No.
Guys, I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
We're going to talk very little about his movies and
No,
probably
we're gonna
just
talk
all
about
about hockey, whiskey,
Yeah.
and things of that nature. That's my guess.
Which
Well,
is
and just a
great.
heads up, he's the spokesperson for this.
And he's a partner.
I didn't see that.
And he's a partner.
Griff, we
Well, we're
could have
gonna
used
get all
a
the
little
juice.
fact sheet. All right,
He's
let's
gonna
talk
be
about
like,
let's talk
Why
about
does this guy have an Eggo waffle box? Why does this idiot have a skeleton? Like, what's happening? What podcast is this?
My background's amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude.
yours is pretty self-explanatory.
this podcast is going to run in a week, but we should talk about game 1 just real quick before he gets on.
Okay, Kiefer.
Okay.
Before we get there, I want to know, how did your night end last night, Johnny? Because we went and smashed chili ones
Yeah.
at Brooklyn's post game,
Yeah.
but we went home pretty early. What time did you go to bed?
Well, I was in bed by 9:30. Yeah, I was tired. I had some weird dreams too, but I heated up some leftover food when I got home. My family went to Cherry Creek out, sat on a patio, had a blast, and I ate leftovers. So that's pretty much sums up where my.
Do we want to
life
talk
is
about the
at.
fact that you almost left us to go hang out with Joe and we're playing second fiddle? That
Well, I was going to hang out with my family, and they were with Joe, but
you
then
would
they said,
never
"Don't
run out
come."
on 40 chili ones to go hang out with your family.
Well, I had plenty of chili ones with you prior to that, right? And then my family said they were leaving, so I said, well, I'm going to hang here for a little bit extra time.
And why
What?
you stayed because Joe left?
No, I did not. I stayed because my family was leaving the patio. I had chili ones. You're acting like I wasn't even there with you.
I'm acting
Was
like
there
you
with
don't
you for-
care, John.
I was there with you for an hour, and then I was going to leave, and yet, like, it's like some like giant offense that
Hey,
I.
Kyle, I just want to give some truth serum here. It's okay to be second fiddle. You are. Just accept it and love it. At least you're not third fiddle.
Yeah,
third?
at least you got a fiddle.
At least you got a fiddle. Kiefer, what'd you do last night, buddy?
buddy? Yeah, exactly. I want to hear what you did.
I came home.
Because you left us first, actually. You
No,
were the one.
drove by
you said
me in an Uber.
Dana ordered pizza because I was trying to get you to order chicken wings with me, and you said yes, I would love some chicken wings. And then you looked at your phone and you go, Dana ordered pizza, I'm leaving. And then you just friggin' just boom, ninja smoke.
I will tell you. Let me just explain one thing that I've never peed so many times in the middle of the night as I peed last night. I think I had 14 chili ones.
That's how it works.
I had one time at the bathroom at
Yeah.
Brooklands, and when I got home, you know how long it takes to get 14 chili ones out of you?
Yeah. Yeah.
How about those shots we did? Oh,
Oh, boys, I don't like
when
the
did they
shots
start
anymore.
pouring 4-ounce shots? I wasn't aware of this.
Yeah. Why? I thought they had the little things that like dictate how much you can pour.
Yeah.
And that
It was in a
not
free pour shot.
There-
That
yeah, that
Patron.
was-
I mean, it felt like I was drinking a water bottle.
bartender's discretion. That one was bartender's discretion.
It was
You wanna
like
know what happens?
It's like, hey guys, want a shot? All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
You want to know what happens with shots? These happen with
Oh.
shots. That is the least. Like the sleep was just erratic last night.
Yeah.
Sweaty and erratic and weird dreams and
I had an uptick in my heart rate. I'll just say that. There was I woke up at 1 and I was
Yeah.
doing this. And I ride pretty smooth at like 60, 65. This was in the 80s. I was rallying and I didn't know why.
Did you have your car started to go to the ER?
I had Googled what does this mean when you wake up with a high heart rate while I was peeing.
Just so everybody knows, Kiefer has a standing reservation at the ER nearest to his house. It's
I look
usually
like
about
this.
three times a month.
While
And
I'm
he
peeing,
walks
sitting
in.
on the toilet, because
Yeah.
during the night I don't stand up. I sit down. You right? You guys do too. Are you guys sitters or standers?
Middle of the night sit.
Sit.
Yeah, because you never know if a poop's going to come out.
Oh, there it is. I thought we
Jesus,
eliminated
man.
that
Hey,
talk.
Stop it.
That's so gross,
Unbelievable. We're
Kiefer.
having our first
Fuck.
movie star and you just went straight to poop
Come on,
again.
man. Get your chat
Unreal,
GPT
dude.
doctor done with.
Oh, Riker,
Kiefer,
what'd you
how
do
many
last night
symptoms-
so we can avoid Kiefer's poop talk?
Yeah. How many symptoms do you chat GPT in a day just on a random like symptom day?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there's a couple of websites. WebMD, I've kind of avoided. There's a new one called Charlotte that I really like.
WebMD should be called yourdying.com. That's what it should be called because every time you WebMD something, it's like, it could be this, but it could be that you're dying.
Well, I have my physical in May, and so I try and get real tight, try and get real healthy before that so I can impress
You have
the
a
doctor.
quarterly physical. Stop saying I have my physical in May. You have a quarterly physical.
I have one in May, and I have one in November.
It's like teeth cleanings.
Hey, John, you know what's insane? Kiefer will like live the cleanest week ever
Yeah.
to go to his physical. So it's almost like you're
Yes.
getting faulty test results.
Yeah.
And then right after the physical, it's just like he snorts a gallon of box wine, hot dogs, chicken wings. Like you should go to a physical really being you as opposed to this
Yeah.
fake athlete person.
I can't. I don't want to know the truth.
Kiefer's physical is the equivalent of when you're going to the dentist and you brush your teeth the best and you floss the best the morning, like 6 minutes before you get in the car to go to the dentist. And
Yeah.
you show up and they're like, well, you have 8 cavities.
But
But
like,
You're
teeth
really
look great.
clean, but you got 8 cavities.
Your teeth are clean.
like before I open the door at the dentist office, I'm spitting out the mouthwash.
He drives the whole way there, just mouth just on fire from the Listerine. Oh my God!
brushes
All right,
his
Riker,
teeth
what'd
once
you
a
do
year.
last night? What'd you do last night? This is we've delved into medical symptoms and teeth cleanings.
Okay, so I came home and I was like in the mood for more wine. So believe it or
Yeah,
not,
you were. Oh, I had some wine when I got home.
Mr. Macy, because we don't know what we can call him yet, is in The Running Man. And I love The Running Man with Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, yeah.
So I put The Running Man on to watch it. And now I only got through half of it because it got too late and I started falling asleep.
Is this
But
the
his
new Running Man or
spot-
the old Running Man?
The new Running Man, 25 release. And he's like the guy that has the fake IDs and does it. But his role was pretty short. He was in and out pretty quick. I don't know if he came back in the end, but I'm pretty sure he was killed early. So I was like, oh, well, I'm kind of good on this. I'm going to go to bed now. The Gestapo caught him for helping the Running Man. They gave him IDs and stuff, and they got him.
Oh, yeah.
They murdered him. They put his hand in a vice. Looked like it hurt.
All right.
Yeah, because when the hand went in the vice, he had to give up the alias name. Is that the word? Yeah, the new name,
your
the fake name
name
for the running man.
Your
Yeah,
fake
yeah.
name, yeah.
Yeah, and they put the hand in the vice, and he gave up the name, and then they were hunting him down.
Hey, I asked Johnny this question the other day, and I don't know if you were there, Riker. We were waiting for our meal, but there was a bunch of like camera guys around us too. If you had to survive 24 hours inside Ball Arena and you got a 15-minute head start, there was a guy with a killer, and you had to hide in Ball Arena, where would you hide?
Oh, it's
It was just
easy.
you two.
I would just go in the elevator and then hit emergency, and I'd be stuck between floors. He could never get to me.
That's pretty good, yeah.
You didn't know I was that smart, did you, Keith?
I don't know. Can you actually stop the elevator if you hit emergency? I don't think you can.
I'd find a way.
You'd find a
But
way.
he would just shoot
That's
through the
actually
door.
accurate, Johnny, because it would always default
Yeah.
to the first floor. So I'm dead. Okay, who's next?
Oh, my God.
What do you think
Way
about
to go,
this, Frank?
Johnny.
What do you think about laying in a row, like section 280, like row 13?
Yeah, but if the guy had an hour to find you, they would find you. What did I say? Where did I say I would go?
The Zamboni ice place.
The Zamboni, you know where the Zamboni dumps it in and there's like a trough down there, a deep trough? I would go down there.
That's pretty good.
And I would cover myself in ice and I would regulate my body temperature by breathing.
That's how you do it?
That's straight out of Running Man.
Yeah. Well, all right, game one.
Hey, we got to
Yeah.
remember that this podcast is running next week. So when people are listening to this, we may sound like idiots.
Why are we sounding like this? We're just talking about the game one. We're not predicting how the game two is going to go.
Or 3 or 4 or 5.
I have a prediction. We said this off camera. Actually, I think last night crushing some chilly ones.
Yeah.
I think that the Avs beat LA at LA's game. I think LA's going to struggle to win a game in this series. That's what I
That's
think.
perfect.
They're comfortable in close games.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
the Avs looked comfortable. They never veered from the game plan. They knew what LA was coming out and trying to do, and they looked comfortable in basically countering it. You knew LA was going to be physical. Avs were physical back. You knew LA was going to try and muck it up after the whistles. They did. Avs responded, I think, when it was appropriate. When you talk about Landy with Kempe after Kempe went after Makar. I think that everybody within that room is comfortable in any type of game you want to play.
Riker, what you said is perfect. They beat LA at LA's game.
Yeah, they can do anything. This team can do anything.
This is my favorite time of year. It really is.
I love it.
There's
It's
so much
awesome.
going on. We didn't even talk about Messi scoring the game winner in the 90th minute at Mile High. Like, if you
I was
paid-
there. It was incredible.
If you you were there, Griff?
Was it on
Yeah.
you, Griff? Were you in that?
That would be like the top of my LinkedIn page if I was got scored on by Lionel Messi.
Kill you now.
Killy ones.
That's incredible. That was unbelievable.
But just
And
think about how much people paid for these tickets. They just wanted
Yeah.
to see Messi, and there were rumors that
75,000 people.
a lot of times that the team flies and then they find out that he's not going to play, and so these stadiums are disappointed. But he played, and then he had a goal like in the middle of the game, and then he scored in the 90th minute. And even though everyone's cheering for the Rapids, it's like watching Michael Jordan or just this. Well, double Michael Jordan. Isn't he the most popular athlete of all time? Messi?
Double
One of them.
Michael Jordan.
Guys, I'm watching this Messi go right now. Have you guys watched it yet?
I haven't.
But can we talk
it was
about
a salty
too, like-
left foot.
Well, he's a left footer, so that's
It was a
He's-
salty left
buddy.
foot in those hot
He's a
pink
left footer.
Miami.
Griff.
There's
Jersey.
ambidextrous.
Griff.
Yes.
He's a left footer.
Yes, he is left-footed.
There you go. Thank you.
Griff.
Hey, Nuggets Saturday sellout. This was on the radio show this morning. Nuggets Saturday sellout. Mile High Rapids 75,000. Avs sellout. Rockies beat Dodgers. Like it's a
Coso,
good
500
good time
people.
for sports right now in Denver. Yes. Yeah. I had somebody message me on Instagram saying that the show was amazing with LOC and his little guy, and they said you guys got to put more speakers in the back. And it's like, buddy, 500 people are in there. We've added more speakers. We can't just keep adding more speakers and more people show up. It's just not like we're chasing it basically at this point.
It's not a bad
Hey,
idea
guys.
though.
I just watched the Messi goal. You want to talk about it? So he came in, and then he did a little stutter step to the left, and then he swooned it around into the top left-hand corner. Griff, is that a soccer term? Can you swoon the soccer ball? Because I just watched it happen.
He bent it like Beckham.
Yeah, that's like ripping tides. He swooned the soccer ball.
Oh,
One of these days you're going to rip a tide and you'll know that you ripped it.
If he rips a tide, it's in his pants, all right? That has nothing to do with surfing.
Here's Messi, and he rips a tide in the top corner. Hey, it's Mark Moser. Bring a friend, $5.
Okay,
Oh
so
my God.
Johnny, what you were talking about, I mean, what a time for downtown Denver, hey, with the soccer game, Nuggets, Abs, and it's just now Abs and Nugs are just going bing, 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 bing.
And just sports
And
in
Rockies.
general right now. Yeah. Rockies.
Bang, bang, boom.
Rockies, they beat the Dodgers.
You guys, I think things for the Rockies, not that I'm going to get into a little over my head here, but
I was going
we
to
know,
say,
we know
Carol,
baseball has an issue.
There's a
and
lane.
the CBA is over. If they get a hard cap, like hockey has, that's going to give the Rockies motivation to spend to win, because finally the Dodgers and the Yankees just can't blow everybody out of the water. We're going to have level competition.
Is it, though?
Listen to Bull Durham here. I mean, now we're getting deep.
Yeah.
Look how good hockey is. Hockey's never been in a better spot. Is the hard salary cap help that? I think so. You can't have monopolistic teams. You got to spread the wealth.
Yes.
Tell me an old fart can't still figure it out.
Nice
You got
work.
it, sir.
Nice work.
I think that's enough for today, don't you?
Yeah, good seeing you, William. We'll see you later. Thanks for being on the pod. Can we start just by what are we supposed to call you? Do we call you Mr. Macy? Do we call you Bill? Do we call you Mr. William H. Macy?
I like them all, but you can call me Bill.
Yes.
Love
I
it.
love Bill.
Love it.
This is so funny because you're our first like super duper like this is nerve wracking. I'm not gonna lie. We all do this podcast all the time, and we're like, you know, we have hockey players on here and we have fun, and then we knew we were getting you, and everybody was shitting their pants a little bit. Everybody's like, we're getting William H. Macy on our pod. How do we act? What do we do?
Well, it's very flattering, but I got to tell you, you're a cheap date.
You have no idea.
Hey, all right, Bill, we always start this off with 5 questions just to get your blood pumping and just get you in the mood for what you're about to embark on in the next 25, 30 minutes. So some of these questions may seem shocking to you, but we want you to just be as open and as honest as possible. And you'll know by the first question where we're going. So here we go. Question number 1. If us 3 dudes came to Woody Creek for 24 hours to tear it up and go hard with you, where would we go? What would we do? What would you feed us? And where would we sleep in your house?
1, we'd go to Woody Creek, the Woody Creek Distillery bar. We'd get feeling good. Then we'd go to a place called Kemosabe in Aspen to try to get laid. When we didn't get laid, we'd go back to my house, and we'd probably sit in our library and lie about women and maybe play some music and have some more Woody Creek spirits.
Oh my God. When can we do this? When can we do this?
I'll be back in Woody Creek in about a month. We'll meet up.
Oh, yes.
That's so good. My number is 55555. Okay. All right, we're off to a hot start. Since you obviously have a great imagination, I want you to please prejudge each one of us. Tell something either good or horrible about each one of us. Nothing is off limits. So you can just do it by looking at our faces, and we want you to prejudge each one of us.
All right. I'll start with you. You hate your hair. That's why you wear a hat all the time. You're laughing, but you hate your hair too. So that's why you wear a hat. And you've got great hair. You've got great hair. I do too. Dude.
Yeah. Bill, we got mustaches though. We got that in common.
I know we do.
You got a great duster.
And thank you, brother. And so do you.
Hey, how long have you always had, I know you got to shave it for movies and stuff, but you just rock it whenever you can?
Yeah. My wife Felicity likes it a lot. I'm going to get a very short haircut and shave my mustache and be clean shaven for this next little film I'm doing. It's not a pretty sight, man. You could grow corn on the space between my upper lip and my nose. It's a long way.
See, I can't grow a mustache because my nose hooks down over, and then it just looks real weird. Real weird.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
You are correct.
Riker, show Bill your hairline real quick.
Oh yeah, I showed it. It's a 9 head. It's a mullet, Bill. But it's a hockey cut, bud.
Brother, you got great hair. Come on.
Yeah, thanks, pal.
That's
all for
awesome. All right,
hockey.
question number 3, because we got a lot to get to. What's the most ridiculous thing or hardest thing that you've ever had to pretend was real on camera? Is it like death?
The hardest thing. I'm having trouble with that one because it's part of an actor's technique that irrespective of the role you're given, you have to analyze it in such a way that you're talking about something you truly believe in, something you would die for. That's your objective. So I've played the bad guy before, but the way you word it to yourself, you're on the good side. And a perfect example, you guys saw Fargo, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez.
Well, geez. Well, he's a pretty nasty character, you know. He has his wife kidnapped. Everybody gets killed because of him. But the way I looked at it was he had a despot for a father-in-law who had his boot heel on the necks of my family, and I was fighting for my family. And that's a good trick to do because the audience realizes what you're doing or that you're fighting the good fight. And I'll be blunt, it really messes them up when you find yourself going, I'm kind of rooting for that guy, and he's awful.
Yeah.
Shameless was another example. I mean, Frank did despicable things, but I always thought, no, Frank's trying to get this party started. Frank's trying to tell the truth. So that's why it's a trick question. In theory, whenever you're acting, you're not faking anything.
That's awesome. God,
That
dang
is
it.
unbelievable.
I need to look in the mirror. You know what? I need to start Johnny, be you from now on. Quit acting.
Oh, you said on film. Now, in real life? Oh, Jesus. I'm faced with it all the time. You know, you go to a dinner party and you sit there chatting, and what you're really thinking is, who do I have to kill to get out of this?
Or you come on a podcast and you're like, oh God, this can't end fast enough.
Well, it hasn't happened yet. I'm not promising.
Okay, good. Let's keep going. We got momentum. Okay, if you were cast in Star Wars, what role would be perfect for you?
Well, I'd like to be, maybe it's because of my age, I'd like to be an Obi-Wan Kenobi kind of guy. I'll tell you what I wouldn't like to do. One time I got an offer for the series of Star Trek, and I was going to play a Klingon or something like that, and I thought, oh, smoking, I love this, I want to do it. And then experience kicked in, and I realized I would get to the chair at 6 a.m. and they would spend the next 4 hours painting all that crap on the monitors. And I thought, I don't want to do that.
Obi-Wan is so you. When I said to my wife, I'm going to ask William H. Macy this question, I always go through them with her, and she always looks at me like, "Look, you're not even drunk yet. How can you can't write these?" And I said, "I want to know." And she's like, "He's gonna say he has to be Obi-Wan Kenobi. It has to be that." Yes.
Score.
You'd have been good. You'd have been so good. All right, last question.
You know as
Who's your
well as I do. You know as well as I do. Your wife's almost always right.
Yeah, well, I'd say pretty much 100%.
His wife especially.
Yeah.
Dana listens to this podcast, John. So you're
Yeah, I know. And Dana and I are good friends. And
Okay.
we're on the same page.
Who's your favorite hockey player of all time and why?
Do you know, I'm new to hockey a little bit, but I did get involved when Gretzky was playing, and I thought he was like a ballet star. I just loved his style. Also, Woody Creek Distillers, for whom I work, we support the Avalanche. And I don't know if they've always done this, but when they put their speeds up on the Tron up there, I marvel at that. So I'm old school, but Gretzky was so fast and so athletic that he's my go-to guy.
That's never a bad choice, by the way.
I like it. Yeah,
We
there
all-
you go.
I just had to bring this up.
You know
to
what
show
kills
everybody.
me too? I've been going to a bunch of Avalanche games. We also support the Frost.
Nice.
The referees, they're doing everything they're doing backwards, and they don't get to jump out every 4 to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Those guys are supreme athletes.
They really are. A lot of them are former hockey players.
Yeah, gotta be.
Well, that's awesome that you're a newly crowned Avs fan. And I know Woody Creek supports the Avs and the Frost. That's amazing as well. The Minnesota Frost, correct?
Oh, I love watching the women play. They do
Yeah.
everything except fist fights, but they are tough. And
They are.
I got to meet some of them, and they're when you meet them in person, you're sort of gobsmacked. They're babes. They're fabulous young women. You see them on the ice, you think, "Oh my God, I'd hate to meet her in a dark alley."
Well, it's funny you bring up the Minnesota Frost. The head coach there is a former Avs player, Kenny Klee, that a bunch of us know, and he's an amazing guy. I wanted to ask you, I know you've been coming to some Avs games lately, saw you in the Nordiques jersey. You got to take over the Avs social media, I believe, for one of the games. How was that?
Well, it's pretty scary. It was pretty scary until about an hour before we went on. I said, "Show me what you folks have been writing." And I thought, well, anybody can write that. So my friend Sean Kenyon, who is a bartender extraordinaire, he's also part of Woody Creek Distillery. He's an avid hockey fan, so he was helping me out.
Nice. That's awesome.
So I
And
guess
the
Bill
jersey-
kind of
The jersey was fun to wear, but I had on light colored slacks, and when you put that jersey on, it goes down right below your knees. And they showed me all the pictures later, and it looks like I'm wearing a dress for the whole
Yeah.
freaking thing.
Yeah.
Someone could have warned me, I thought.
So Bill, you're born in Miami
Mhm.
and then out in Colorado now. So I guess how come you're such a late arrival to be a Monster fan? What has drawn you into the game? Was it the Olympics? Was it the Four Nations? The fighting? What pulls you in?
Woody Creek Distillers pulled me in when they started supporting the Avs and the Frost. I started going to games, so I'm playing catch-up ball. The rules are a little complicated, guys, and but I'm getting it, and so impressed with those guys. Woof, what athletes! And one of the things I like, this is interesting. I'm doing a series right now. I just finished last Wednesday. It's called The Land, as in Cleveland. NFL is all behind this thing. It'll be on Hulu, but I play the owner of the Cleveland Browns, which is interesting because as we will be playing football in the series, the Cleveland Browns will be playing football, and it'll be art imitating life, imitating art, imitating life. It's really weird. But at any rate, I've gotten to meet some NFL players, and they are mountainous.
Yes.
And the hockey players, one looks at them and you think, I could do that. until
Yeah.
you shake their hands. And then you see these ripples going up their arms. They are in such fabulous shape.
Riker, show us the ripples going up your arm.
Yeah.
They're 12-ounce ripples now, not so big anymore, Bill.
So let's talk about Woody Creek Distillery. We've been to Aspen, Basalt. I'm going to be perfectly blunt. I've never been to the distillery. I want to go. I want to know more about it. What can you tell us about it? How did it start? Where are we at? And all of that stuff. I haven't opened it up yet. Out of respect for you, I plan on opening it the second this podcast is over. It's a Monday, so I normally start drinking at about 11. So tell us about it.
It's a Monday.
I could call back. Woody Creek, the distillery is in Basalt. They call it Woody Creek Distillers because all of us live in Woody Creek. Pat and Mary Scanlon started it with a guy named Mark Kleckner, and they all live in Woody Creek. And I live in Woody Creek. My wife Felicity grew up in Woody Creek, and we bought her childhood home about 10 years ago. And one morning, I looked out in one of our pastures, and it looked as if someone had planted an acre of petunias. They were all in bloom. It was pretty, but I thought, who did that? And more to the point, who's paying for that? And it turns out my brother-in-law, Moore Huffman, had done a deal with Woody Creek Distillers because they make potato vodka, 100% potato vodka, and they used one of our lands to grow these potatoes. And it's about a week later, I guess it was coincidental, that Mark Kleckner knocked on my door. He lived next door to me. I was the only celebrity within walking distance. That's how I got the job.
Right.
At any rate, it said, Bill, I don't know if we've got a distillery in Basalt. And I said, Mark, I'm going to stop you right there. I'm in. And so I signed up 7 years ago as their spokesdude. And I'm with you. I'm fascinated by the process. We've been making spirits for 2,000 years. Humankind has. It's so old, nobody knows who did it. Could be in China, could be Mesopotamia. All I know is that the original Olympic stills that they made, basically you take a pot, throw some grain in it, bring it to a boil, figure out a way to trap the steam, cool the steam, and drink up. When the steam goes back to a liquid, well, it has not changed in 2,000 years. That's still the way we distill. And when you come to Woody Creek and look at our to Basalt and see our distillery, still the same process, writ large with science, but it hasn't changed.
That's unreal. Do you guys do tours? Can you go there and do a tour?
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, come. There's a tasting room in front. You can always find it's Basalt, so it's not the parking nightmare of Aspen. You can always park. And because we have a food truck started out, always parked outside, no food in the distillery. You can get it and bring it in. You can bring your dog.
And should we bring a tent to stay in your yard, Bill, or do we each have separate rooms? How's that work?
I think I could put all three of you up.
Okay. Bunk beds. I'm on top.
There's a dog crate for you, Kiefer. You can sleep in that.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to play off Woody Creek. Are you a bourbon guy? Are you a rye guy? And besides Woody Creek, favorite spirit, whether bourbon, rye, anything else?
First of all, I'm a rye guy.
Nice.
100%. I think rye is America's spirit. I really do. When George Washington left office, I keep telling this story and no one's told me I'm full of shit. When George Washington left office, apparently the Congress bounced his 2 last checks and he was desperate for money. So what did he do? He started distilling rye whiskey. And all of those former presidents, it used to be called Old Monongahela after the river. America's drink was rye whiskey because rye grass grows everywhere. And I'm a Southern boy. I grew up drinking bourbon, but I tasted the Woody Creek rye, and now I'm sold on it. If I wasn't going to drink, their potato vodka is not to be missed. It
Okay.
vodka is usually a clear spirit without taste. Not ours. It's 100%
Wow.
potato vodka. It has a taste, has a little more viscosity. Bartenders love to mix drinks with it, and I drink it on the rocks with a little squeeze of lime. It's that good. If I wasn't
Interesting.
drinking Woody Creek spirits, I would drink a Scotch whiskey, and it would probably be one of the more peaty ones, like Lagavulin or one of the thicker ones.
All right.
So is
Got
that
me
your
all
secret to staying so
fired up.
lean, Bill? I mean, at 76 years of age, you're in the top 1% of hair. Is it just whiskey? What's the Hollywood diet to keep you looking so good?
Beats me, brother. I'd sell it if I could figure it out.
I'd buy it.
I thank you, Papa, for your genes. Although my dad lost his hair. I don't know how it happens. All I know is I'm thankful.
Hey, John,
Like,
you
can
got
I
to ask
ask
your
you
question,
when
Johnny.
you get out of a swimming pool, do you do this?
Yeah,
You do
I do
the
that.
hair flick? For the record, I just really hurt my neck, and I'm gonna have to have it looked at.
Oh God! All right, I gotta
Johnny.
ask since you said Riker, what's the Hollywood secret?
Yeah.
What's the Hollywood secret on these? This was a couple too many beers last night. And I'm just wondering if there's a Hollywood secret to really help me with the dark circles for when I'm on TV doing the Avs games.
Other than makeup, I see all the women on set. They put these frozen things on their eyeballs. They're sitting there in the chair with these frozen things. I tried it. I still had dark rings and puffy eyes. It didn't work for me. You might switch from beer the night before to Woody Creek spirits, and I'll tell you what.
All right, I'm on board. That's twist my arm.
You ready for this? You go into a liquor store, there's 1 trillion bottles of rye and bourbon, thousands, unnameable numbers of them. And I'll tell you this, here's a dirty little secret. The vast majority of the labels on those things are great works of fiction. They don't mean nothing. It's unregulated. So they can say it's handmade, and they talk about their distillery. There's so many ways to get around that. And here's the truth. If you drink the good stuff like Woody Creek, Woody Creek makes the finest spirits in America. I'm not saying there aren't others, but I am saying there are a lot worse. If you drink the good stuff, you and me could sit down starting at 7:00 and split a bottle of bourbon, and you'd go to work the next day. You drink some of the shitty stuff, we'd call in sick.
Well, we've called in sick a few times, the three of us. We got to get better stuff, boys.
Yeah.
Man.
Here's the thing. I talked about the pot still. Well, there are 7 alcohols that come out of there, and 2 of them you want to drink, and the others you make hand sanitizer. So the cheaper distilleries it's called the hearts, the heads, the hearts, and the tails. You want to drink the hearts. The cheaper the whiskey, the more the heads and tails you get in there, and that stuff makes you feel bad.
Hey, I got a question for you, because that first question I asked you just about sort of believing in everything. I was asking you, if you acted to died, and you were like, no, I died. So Frank and Shameless, like how hard is that to do, to become that character? How engulfed in that are you?
Well, first of all, it was a joy. Second of all, if you get in a series that runs that long, we were in 11 years.
Yeah.
The writers start writing for you. So it's easier and easier. And the whole thing about character is a little bit of I'm telling all the secrets of acting. It's a little bit of a trick. The guy who taught me everything I know, Dave Mamet, basically says there is no such thing as character. What you do defines your character. You can talk about yourself all day. But I'm honest. I'm an honest guy. You see me lift something out of someone's purse. Well, that's it. That one little action tells you exactly who I am. And, the whole idea of dress like a doctor. What's a doctor dress like? There's no answer to that. So character is action. Oh my God. I start talking about acting technique. I can literally see you guys losing life.
No chance.
we're
No
fascinated.
chance.
Lighting in
Seriously
Johnny's
fascinating.
house.
Yeah. I'm in a closet right now. This
Well,
is
I'll keep going. Just don't lose. Give me a heads up before you lose the will to live. But it's a joy. I mean, to be blunt, the hardest part is learning the freaking lines. The older you get, the harder it gets. And I have to put in hours and hours to learn these lines. But once you get them, it's great. It's improv is what it really is. You're not improving the words, but you're improving everything else. And it's a joy.
Can I just real quick on that? If your line is 2 lines and you steer off by 3 words, do you have to retake that, or do they go, that was really good, we're going with it?
It's a complex answer. Some directors, and I would assume not writers, some directors don't mind if you paraphrase and if you go off script. I try to do only the good scripts. To me, the script is number one. That's paramount to who's in it, who's directing, who's producing. It's the script. And if the script is good, I've discovered what the writer wrote's better than what I'm going to come up with every single time. So I learn the lines exactly. Dave Mamet, I've done a lot of his stuff. It's a joy to literally to speak the lines. Yeah. If you find 2 people who did this play, American Buffalo, 2 actors who did it, we'll start riffing the lines with each other because it's like singing a pop song. It's got rhythm and meter and a sound to it, and it's fun to say it. And you just start doing it back and forth. Some scripts, they're not great. They're just not great, but it's a great story. Then if people are going off book, I'll play, and I'm pretty good at it. But I'll tell you this, there came a time when television discovered the comedy clubs after Saturday Night Live hit, and they started getting all the jobs. And they did all the movies. Everybody wanted a comedian. And I can watch a film, and I can tell you where the script ended and where they started riffing. And wow. The script was good. They're riffing. It might be funny. Usually it's not. All they're doing is variations on the joke I just heard. So also I've written a bunch of stuff. My friend Steven Schachter and I, we wrote movies of the week. Remember those? Yeah. We did about a dozen of them. Sometimes I'd be on set. One time there was this girl, I was acting with her, and she would sort of say the first line, and then she's off into Hubbardsville, man. She's just going. And I went to the first interview and I said, does she know I wrote this? Yeah. He said, your name's on the script. And finally I said, do you ever, to this girl, I said, do you ever write? And she said, yes, I do a little bit. I want to do more. And I said, I really think you should write. But in the meantime, will you shut the fuck up and say my line?
Oh, my God.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Oh, God.
How do I?
Perfect.
That's so good.
Oh my God.
Just sorry, I'm not trying to hijack this, but I'm so interested. You watch Metallica or you watch George Strait or you watch whoever, Taylor Swift, and they can sing songs that they wrote 10, 12 years ago. And I don't know if they're using a teleprompter half the time or not. But if I were to say to you, give me a line from Boogie Nights, can you, boom? Does it stay in here? Does it?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the lines, that everybody else quotes, or my favorite lines, I can remember them. But no, they say it's a wrap and I walk out the door. I would have to bone up on the lines again if you wanted me to do it an hour later. It's short-term memory. My favorite speeches, though, I can paraphrase them. I'll never forget them. Because, again, when you get a scintillating bit of dialogue, it's like music.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Well,
Hey,
Bill, I
Bill.
got to say,
Oh,
I
you
cannot
going?
believe you gave up the Alias's name in Running Man with your hand in the vice. I thought you'd be a little bit tougher.
But that was a dream sequence. At least I was told it was a dream sequence. Put your hand in a vice. Just crank it down slowly.
Just a
Tell me
little.
at
Just
what
a little.
point you would say anything you want to hear.
Just a little. Bill, you live up in Woody Creek. My family and I lived in Vail the last 8 years. Love the mountains. What's your favorite part about living Colorado in the mountains? And yeah, just like what kind of drove you to live there?
Well, because Felicity grew up there, that was the first thing. And I've been going there 40 years, I guess. We
Gotcha.
dated a long time. We've been married a long time. One of the things is that it's not New York and it's not LA. And it's not a city, which is trying to make a positive out of a negative. But I can feel it. I love LA. We still have our home in LA. We raised our kids in LA. I love that town. But when I fly in, I can just feel it. Something hits me. Ambition and worry about my career and stuff like that. I never think about that stuff in Woody Creek.
Yeah.
It's an outdoor, all Coloradans are this way. We're outdoorsy. I love to ski still. I have a killer workshop there. Got all the toys a man could want.
Nice.
I don't know. It's just a slower pace. It's so gorgeous. I love the seasons.
Yeah.
I'm a snow guy. I love snow. I'm like a 12-year-old boy when it snows.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's something to be said for it. Now you say workshop. What is that? Woodworking? What is that?
Woodworking. Yeah. I'm the worst carpenter I've ever met, but I've been doing it my whole life. And I do, mostly I fix things. We've got a big place. I have a wood shop in LA too, but now it's filled with junk.
Trophies.
Yeah. And I make these benches. We changed all the paddocks, and there was a whole stack of 2x6s that had been out in the weather for 12, 14 years, and they were weathered. And I figured out a way to make these jigs so I can make a 3-legged bench, a 2-legged bench. It's a 3-board bench, they call them. And people just lose their minds over them. And I turn bowls. I have a lathe, a big-ass Powermatic lathe, and I turn bowls. I used to carry a chainsaw in the back of my car, and when I saw a tree down with an interesting wood, I'd take a log, and I turn bowls, and I just give them away. They're all practical bowls.
Like salad bowls, kind of like things like that? Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Takes about a day. No, it takes about 3/4 of a day to turn a bowl. And then there's a couple of days of putting the finish on it and letting it dry. But that's one of the joys of it. You can hold it in your hand. At the end of the day, there it is. It's done.
Well, I can honestly say that we have had a lot of people on this podcast. We're going to let you run because I know you're a busy guy, but we've had a lot of hockey people on this podcast. But this is the most nervous I've ever been for a podcast, and the most pleasantly surprised and happy and just
amazing,
elated. Like if you had 3 fans before this, you're going to have 1 million after this. Hopefully, I want everybody to go jam out on some Woody Creek because I haven't tasted it. I'm going to be full disclosure. I have not tasted it, but I will out of respect for Bill. I did not open it, but I will now.
Bill, real quick, you said you got about a month until you're freed up again. If the Avs are still in the playoffs, should we expect to see you at some playoff games?
You betcha. You betcha.
I'd love to hear it.
I'm doing a big benefit. I'm doing this little film called Exit Right with Susan Sarandon, who's I'm just grateful for. And then a Woody Creek tour of about 2 weeks. I'll be back there. And yeah, I'd love to. You'd think I could get a ticket, but yeah,
I think you'll be all right.
And look you were nervous to meet me. I was nervous to meet you. I'm learning more and more about hockey, so let's do it again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this was a treat. This was special. I'm going to go brag to everybody just how cool you are and just what a rock star. And I will never, ever forget the story with you and the girl, and she riffed on the lines.
Well, Drink one to my health when you finally pop those bottles.
You know what blows me away about guys like him is the attention to detail. Like nothing slipped by.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think he thought my hand in the vice was that funny. Little quiet time there.
It's all right.
He was literally
Listen,
hand in the
it's-
vice. I thought he
yeah.
might like talk about it more, but I didn't
Yeah.
get much out of that one.
No, he said, "Why don't you go stick your hand in a vice, you dick?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good question, idiot.
You know what? I can't
Yeah.
believe how sharp he looks too.
Dude, 76 years old, and like he is dialed. But like we go back to just the detail. Like I think about David Carl, I think about John Robleski, like these like very high functioning coaches. Like, there's a similarity there with, I'm gonna call him Bill Macy. He's our friend. His name is Bill.
Yeah.
Like it's weird how that kind of transcends like acting, but also coaching to a degree. I was marveling at just some of the things that he was going into detail about and how he approaches like the bad guy role.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Here's the
it's-
other thing that I learned. We should probably change the color of font on our names so he can see who we are
Yeah.
instead of baby blue translucent sky names. Griff. Now hang on, Griff's got to get off the ground, put on his goalie gloves. Hit unmute.
Unvelcro, take it off, unmute.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope,
He's
nope.
he's
He's
snarky.
pissed.
He's snarky behind the mute is what he is. He's snarky behind the mute.
Griff, where'd you go, Griff? God, don't talk behind our backs, Griff. We can't mentally handle that.
Oh yeah, exactly. I can only imagine the
Plus,
conversations in the
Bethany's so
truck.
sweet. There's no way she's saying anything mean.
No, there's not. No, it's me.
Friggin'
I'll
Tom
look into
Cruise
it.
comes on and he doesn't know our names and we're sitting here like friggin' bumps on a log.
Can you get Tom Cruise, Johnny?
Yes, I can. I will.
Yes.
I just gotta get these bags under my eyes. I'm gonna go put some frozen shit on my eyes.
We gotta when we do get Tom Cruise, we gotta put him after Sly Stallone, who I've been texting with all morning. He says, "Yo, Kiefer,"
That's funny.
and I wrote back to
Hey,
him.
by the way, I did see Tony Granato last night. Press box. He is going to come on the pod here in the next few weeks as well.
We better
Why don't we
have
get him on
one
as our
question.
next guest?
We better have one question prepared because he, like Roblowski, he can talk. Woo!
TG,
I love
yeah,
Tony.
he's the best. He is one of the best human beings. Like he is awesome. He's doing a documentary series. I think it's going to be on Altitude or be broadcast on Altitude. I forget what it's called. I got to look. But it's going to be amazing. He did one with Craig Cunningham. He did one with Clint Malarchuk. Basically like ways that people have survived and thrived afterward. Because Tony dealt with cancer and he's fucking crushing it.
And he had that massive brain injury. He had a brain bleed, I think.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Kept
he
him
did.
out for a while. So he's
Yes.
got some history.
Yeah, yeah. And he played the game fucking hard.
Oh. And he's all of 5'10", maybe, and was
And
just
he's-
a warrior.
And zero
And
body
he's
fat.
shredded.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
used
yeah.
to come in when he was coach of the Avs. He used to come in during testing, ask who had the most pull-ups, and then rip out one more pull-up than whoever in fucking training camp had the most.
Yeah.
And he did it
See,
every time.
how old do you think Tony is? What age? My
I
age?
think Yeah, he's your age, 60, 61.
All right. Yeah.
I'm going to guess
but
55.
He is shredded. Like Riker, I'm telling you, if you put a black bag
I'm saying
over
50,
his head,
56.
if you put a black bag over
He's
his head, and a
61.
black bag over my head,
61.
and we were standing there
Yeah.
with our shirts off, you would not be able to tell the difference. You'd be like,
Yes,
that is
you're-
two shredded jaguars ready to tear apart a grizzly.
Yeah.
Then,
Tony's
then we would
always been
spin you.
shredded.
Then we would spin you around, and we would say the glutes have it.
But you'd know
Yeah.
from the front view.
You know what's funny, Kiefer? If you were coming into like fit camp, you would never see an upper body weight for the first like 6 months. It would just
Depends
be
on what
lunges,
sport.
squats.
Buddy, when I was at Harvard diving, we did not work on legs. We worked on the toothpick, we worked on dives, and we worked on just upper body, shoulders.
What's the Rodney
strong up
Dangerfield
top,
movie?
right?
The
What's
triple
the Rodney
Lindy.
Dangerfield? The triple,
Triple
Lindy.
Lindy.
That's what you're working on. The fucking triple Lindy, of course.
Back to school. Dude, I was his body double in that. I was the one that actually did it.
That actually checks out. You and Rodney Dangerfield you were body double for Rodney
I
Dangerfield.
wore a singlet for like, I really had to engulf myself in that role. Like, it was real.
I don't know, Rikes, what you got today?
I don't have a ton going on right now.
Yeah, I got
You need these mental health days, though. Like, we're
Yeah.
back at it tomorrow. We did 3 pods in 4 days. Like, you need these days.
Yeah.
Like,
Going to learn to play though isn't work. That's fun, man. Those kids
I
are
know.
outstanding and all their little stories and things going on. It's almost a reprieve hanging out with 9-year-olds, man.
but like Johnny was saying about the weather, when it's not this nice, you got to
Yeah.
get outside. I'm going to go down the Platte, do the bareback, and get out of there.
No bareback swimming. Kyle keeps he's petitioning the Olympics to make that an Olympic stroke. Griff's going to try and get me to do a breakdown about 3 seconds after we get off this pod. I'm going to get a text. Johnny, what do you think? Breakdown?
Well, you ignored my text last night where I asked you that question.
Griff, I need to
Ew.
decompress. I can't have you in my fucking ear all the time. I had you in my ear for 6 straight hours.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
I see
that's
it.
rough.
can't-
That's rough.
I can't do up my chili one's hat. They didn't make him big enough. So I had it on. Avalanche
Did you
chili
have
one's
it
hat.
not buckled in the back the whole time?
So right now, it hadn't been buckled the whole time.
That's amazing.
So it just wraps
Yeah.
the head, but it doesn't look so good on the reverse.
Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough reverse look.